Hello, everyone. So, hello to our peers. Hello to Dr. Nilo. So, we are the group that will be presenting for the University of Toronto's online writing lab. So, along with me, we have Miss Shiley Ann de la Cruz and Miss Lourdes Palyarca. So, our report is about the OWL of University of Toronto. So, let us have first a brief background. University of Toronto, or UT as commonly known, is a public research university in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So currently, the university offers over 700 undergraduate and 200 graduate programs. So in all major rankings, the university consistently ranks in the top 10 public universities in the world and as the top university in the country. So let us now proceed with discussing the online writing lab of the University of Toronto. So first, let us define what an online writing lab is. So an online writing lab, or OWL, is often used as an extension of a university writing center's resources and services. So by offering literacy resources such as handouts and slide presentations, online writing laboratories assist students and other writers with their writing projects and assignments. So let us now proceed to delve with University of Toronto's online writing lab. So as we can see, here is the homepage of the UT's OWL. So as we can see, we have 7 major topics, or we have 7 menus that we can navigate from and to. So we have writing advice, writing courses, writing centers, writing plus, support, books, and teaching resources. So Toronto's OWL is divided into 3 main categories. So we have the writing home, which is the page that we are currently in right now. So we have the writing advice home and the Quercus. So it is a technical support of the University of Toronto. So let's proceed with the writing courses menu. So essentially, the writing courses menu is, it consists of the different menus, writing courses that the University of Toronto offers. So if you are, for example, if you're a freshman or an incoming student, so this is a good place to start, because at least here you can have an idea on what the writing courses the university offers. So from that, you can decide on what course you would want to take on. So next, we have the writing centers. So the writing centers are the colleges that provide consultation and training for individual and group teaching. So for the University of Toronto, they currently have 3 different campuses. So in effect, they have different types of writing centers. Each is specific to a specific type of writing. So under here, as we can see, they have writing centers in arts and science in the St. George campus. Also, they have one at Mississauga and Scarborough campuses, writing center for graduate students, as well as writing centers in the professional faculties. So next, we have the Writing Plus menu. So under here, this is essentially where they post, as we can see, fall admission letter workshops. So this is more of an informative type of menu. So I think if you are not a student of the University of Toronto, this is not something that we can really work on, because we tried to access the PDF files and we can't really access it. I think it's exclusively for its students. So next, this portion will be discussed by the second presenter, which is Ma'am Shiley. So Ma'am Shiley, kindly take it away.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Abby. Okay, for this part of the, or for this feature of the University of Toronto Online Writing Laboratory, so when it comes to student assistance, the University of Toronto has a lot to offer. So the resources listed on these pages provide assistance to international students, as well as resources for aspiring writers of fiction, poetry, and drama. And also, in addition to providing important help for study skills, admission letters, job applications, research skills, and other topics, the University of Toronto offers the following resources also. So there is an ongoing expansion of the number of writing-related reference resources accessible on this feature of their OWL or online. So for the next part, which is the books part of the features of the UT OWL, so for the book part po, next slide po ma'am. Okay, so for this part po, this section contains a carefully chosen collection of books that demonstrate how academic writing works and how it may be beneficial. So here they present a collection of books that will teach you how academic writing really works. And now for the next part, which is the teaching resources naman po, it is the goal of this section to help faculty members to improve their writing skills through the development of their instructional skills. So this area naman po contains items that are related to the whole spectrum of writing training offered at the University of Toronto. So it contains information about seeking work and engaging in professional development opportunity. And it also identifies yung mga relevant professional organizations that organize conferences, maintain mailing list, and on occasion, produces yung mga journal articles and books. And now po, for the next part naman, for the general writing advice, it contains 5 discussions about general advice on academic writing, mga ideas how to deal with writer's blocks or pagka hindi masyadong ma-process yung ideas natin, and how to properly execute a smooth flow of essay topics. Now, for the next part naman po, which is the planning and organizing, it contains another 5 discussions about organizing an essay and other related topics like avoiding a common pitfall, what does an essay outline look like, some techniques for integrating notes and planning, and how to unify your ideas into a paragraph, or how to conclude ideas or the flow of your paragraph. So for the next feature of this OWL po, let me introduce you our next presenter, Ma'am Lourdes Palyarca. So, Ma'am, kindly take it away po.
Ma'am, you're on mute po.
Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Shai. Thank you, Ma'am Shai. So the next part or the next subtopic in the writing advice is reading and researching. After we have done the planning, the next step is the reading and researching. So under this subtopic, we have 8 fundamental discussions about reading and researching. And some of those are critical thinking, dealing with new words, using the internet, among others. Okay, so critical reading is a new term for us here, and this is quite similar to what we call critical thinking, meaning reading deeply or understanding very well the meaning of what we are reading para no sa ating writing for the writing proper. Okay, the next one is using of resources. Now, using of resources contains actually 4 documents. It's about plagiarism, documentations, quotations, and paraphrasing. So here we are guided on how to make use of what we have researched, of what we have researched by having discussions about plagiarism, about documentations, having quotations, and of course, paraphrasing. And then the next one is revising. After we have, actually, this is the phase of our task wherein we have already written our work, and then so we go on reviewing and editing. So there are actually, this is a big file which contains 15 discussions about how are we going to revise our documents, considering several issues like wordiness, use of passive voice, spelling, dangling modifiers, grammar. Actually, I describe it as a Grammarly apps in narrative form. Okay. And then after we have revised the documents, the next is the types of writing. Okay. This is also a large subtopic which contains 17 discussions related to book review, literature review, application letters, writing resume, proposal, writing a proposal in graduate school, writing for the public. Those are some of the discussions that we have here. But as I have said, it contains 17 discussions, and they are very helpful to all the writers, no, not only for the dissertation writing students. Okay, and then the next one is the English language. Okay, the English language contains 5 discussions, and it is about the use of articles, the use of infinitives, the special cases of verb and subject agreement, and other similar resources. So this is again, as I have described in my previous, in the previous subtopic, it is Grammarly up in narrative. So we will be familiarizing ourselves. There are discussions that will familiarize us or teach us on how to use the English language properly in all aspects without the need for using a Grammarly app to check our work. Okay, and that's the my part for this topic. So the next will be again, Ma'am Abby. Ma'am Abby, this is yours now.
Actually, ma'am, this is Ma'am Shai's portion.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
Ma'am
sorry.
ma'am.
Shai, it's
Okay,
okay po.
ma'am.
Ma'am Shai, go.
Okay, sorry about it.
Okay, ma'am. So for this part po, for our initial impression of the website. So upon accessing the website page, we have observed that it loads promptly and it is easy to browse or to navigate. So when it comes to design, the initial impression is that it is minimalistic and elegant looking, and we especially like that the colors incorporated in the website are not striking and hindi masakit sa mata, and the typography, fonts, and layout are subtle, making it easy to use and navigate without confusion. However, there are no graphics, which makes it a really somehow boring experience to browse through. So, on the other hand, immediately at an initial glance, the extensive features of the websites are apparent. Now, when it comes naman to the things that we really like about the University of Toronto OWL or the pros. So there is a multitude of information on the website, and the OWL's web page or the home page, you will find a wealth of useful data or information on writing, especially on general writing advice, workshop, types of resources, reference tools, and how to use these sources properly and to utilize them properly. There were no requirements to access the website, no fees to pay, and no private details to provide. And when it comes to materials, the online writing laboratory does not fail to impress, and everything is simply accessible. And the one thing that we really like the most also is that you may print off the PDF documents that you needed. So they also provided that. And but somehow, while all of this is open to the public, the writing lab proper, as mentioned by Ma'am Abby, including yung mga workshop, courses, queries, complete with instructors, however, is just meant for the University of Toronto students. So we like that the menu is structured in a manner that it is simply accessible and not unduly complicated. Each and every aspect of writing is addressed, from writer's block to subject-verb agreement to punctuation. And we really like the feature on writer's block, since it is something that we believe is not well explored or something that does not get enough awareness. Now, for the next part of this discussion, Ma'am Abby, it's your turn.
Thank you, Ma'am Shai. So, as Ma'am Shai have mentioned, the website of the OWL of UT is as sophisticated as it can get. Even me initially uh, getting to the website, ang dating po talaga niya sa akin is, wow, I mean, it's safe to say that it's done by a professional. Like they've really invested on the features. They've really invested on the visually it's pleasing. It's so clean and it's so sophisticated looking. However, having said those things, of course, there are some things that I think they could improve upon. So here are some of our observations. So first, regarding the infographics or media content. So as we have tried to show you, almost all of the content of the OWL is more on the narrative or textual form. So everything is in words. So not everyone can comprehend that, especially kung mabigat sa mata yung pag puro text. Minsan may dating sa atin na parang nakakatamad basahin kasi ang bigat sa mata. So that's something that I think we've initially noticed. I think more on kulang siya sa infographics nga po kasi minsan it gets the attention. It's more fun to learn, it's more fun to review kapag may nakikita tayong graphics and something like that. And then another is they only have MLA format. So MLA is a type of citation procedure. So we have different like the APA as we are using in Wesleyan. So I think they've specialized in MLA because surely siguro yun po ang gamit nilang format sa UT. So I think offering advices on other formats would be more helpful to more writers. And then lastly, some features are accessible to university students only. So ito po yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina, yung isang feature doon na hinihingan ka pa ng login information that you can only get through the university. So I think accessibility and inclusivity is, I think, one of the many improvements that they can incorporate. So having more access to their website, to more of their features. So I think that's one of the improvements that they can do. So the next topic, recommendations for Whoop Owl, will be presented briefly by Ma'am Lourdes. So Ma'am Lourdes.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Abby. As you said, briefly. Okay, well, of course, these are our recommendations for WHOOP Online Writing Laboratory. But of course, before we go into it, I would like to say also that there must be an assessment or evaluation first of the academic learning maturity of the academic community, so that we could devise our OWL that will be fitted for the needs of of the academic community. And to this end, we recommend the following. No, after doing so after we have find out already now what are the things that we need to develop, so we can devise our own. And this we recommend the following. There should be online consultations that must be incorporated. These are the things that must be incorporated in the WHOOP OWL. There must be online consultations, synchronous and asynchronous tutoring, tutor selection, training, and professional development, preparing not only the students but as well as the faculty also, and then live virtual help, the chat services, which means the system-generated replies. But of course, I would like to add also, Ma'am Abby mentioned a while ago about the cons of the Toronto online writing laboratory. That is where we are going to assess also, or to make changes in incorporating it with our online writing laboratory. we'll do away with that. No, so we will enhance our online writing laboratory by avoiding those cons that we have seen from the Toronto online writing laboratory. Our own personal key takeaways. So we'll start with Ma'am Shaili. Ma'am Shaili, for your individual key takeaway.
Thank you so
Ma'am?
much, Ma'am Lourdes. Okay, I think, Ma'am, the most na pinaka nagustuhan ko po or pinaka tumatak sa akin is that nakakatuwa po na even though hindi tayo students of the university, is we can access all the files na meron yung online writing lab nila, and we can learn from them also. So that's what I like the most. And also, madali siyang ma-print yung mga para if in case na hindi natin siya ma-access online, we can have the hard copies also. Sometimes kasi mas masarap mag-review, magbasa-basa kapag hard copy po yung gamit. How about you, Ma'am Abby? What do you like the most po dun sa ating...
Yes, Ma'am Shai, I agree with you 100%. On my part, the thing that I like most about the OWL, given na first time ko siya talagang ma-encounter, hindi ko alam na may ganito before, I think it will lessen the dependency of students or writers when it comes to their professors or their advisees. So, even if they have no constant communication with them, especially now na talagang hindi tayo face-to-face, I think it teaches us to be more independent and para lumabas din yung ating critical thinking. So kapag kasi napupush talaga tayo, it gives us the freedom to think on our own. So I think that's one of the biggest factor for me, yung less dependency on our mentors. How about you, Ma'am Lourdes? Ano po ang nagustuhan ninyo sa OWL?
Well, yes, of course, this is an eye-opener for everyone na this kind of service pala ay can be provided by the university. And it proves to be helpful not only for the students, but also to the professors and other professionals. So if other university can do it, I think we can do it also based on our own local context, based on our own special needs. Okay, this is an eye-opener and we must do it also. And I think that's, for me, that's it, no? So this is the first time that I have seen also a service like this, no? So it would be a great advantage for the university if we can have our own WHOOP online writing laboratory. The first of its kind, maybe in Nueva Ecija or in Central Luzon, if not in the whole Philippines. Yes.
With additional infographics lang, Ma'am, no?
Yeah, with additional infographics.
Medyo...
Pero yung mga cons na sinabi natin, we will avoid that. So, ma-improve natin yung ating online writing laboratory much better kasi we have seen kung ano yung what should be incorporated and to make it more, impressive, yung presentation and more, attractive.
Yes.
For the user.
Okay, so I guess that's that concludes our presentation of the University of Toronto Online Writing Laboratory. I really had fun doing this activity with you, Ma'am Lourdes, and with you, Ma'am Abby. So I guess it's time to say goodbye. and
thank you so much. And thank you, Sir Milo, and all our peers.
And we hope that you learned something from us po during this. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye. Yes, bye-bye. Nice job.